I would never want to be straight. Dead square in this camera. I would never want to be a straight black man. It's too many rules. You can't eat a banana. You can't eat a popsicle. You can't wear pink. You can't like Beyonce. You can't cry out loud. And here they come, seeing our ass come walk into the room just living life. That has to bother somebody who wants to be free. But I'm going to tell you what I think the other main underlining problem is with the disconnect between gay men and straight black men. Get ready for it, because I'm coming in hot.
Okay, I'm ready.
I think the main issue is they envy, comma, are jealous of, comma, cannot figure out, comma, how we can live so freely. I think there are so many, and this is why I'm sympathizing with my brothers, there are so many societal rules placed on black men. Be very honest with you. I would never want to be straight. And let me tell you something. At the end of the day, whether you have a vagina or a penis, we are all human and we all have the same basic psychological and emotional needs. And when you tell a human being, regardless of gender, that they can't do X, Y, Z, and it is a basic need and a basic function of life, of course they become this hard, built up, pent up thing. And then here they come, seeing our ass come walk into the room just living life. That has to bother somebody who wants to be free. And free doesn't mean sexuality. Free just means, nigga, I might want to wear a pink jacket and say, all the single ladies, without you demonizing me. And I think that that's a large part of the disconnect. That they envy the freedom. And how dare you? How dare you? Because society has told black men, we got to be this one thing. Who are you to walk in and just defy it all? And then on top of that, what really grinds their gears in the black community, because we've been taught that gay is the worst. So bitch, you supposed to be beneath me. Oof. And now you don't walk in here, you dress better than me, you got more going on than me. Now I'm really mad. Because now I have to deal with the lie that I've been told. That gay is beneath me. And you don't showed up above me. There's a lot of parallels between homophobia and racism.
What's happening? Are black men jealous of gay men's freedom? I'm gonna start with something. I forgot the singer's name, but he recently went viral about talking about how being a straight man is like a performance. And so what Funky Dineva talking about with the rules is hilarious. I get it. The freedom, to a degree, I get what he's saying, but it's not really as big of a deal as he thinks. You get what I'm saying? So, freedom of expression, we express ourselves differently. And I think what winds up happening is we can say, black men, we'll get uncomfortable with being over the top. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like straight black men, they're brothers who are flashy, who like attention, who like to be seen. But generally speaking, dudes are like, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? So let's just say men's flashiness, and I guess, how can I say this? Gay men's flamboyance. Attention seeking, yes. In different ways, I would say. But there are guys who are free to express themselves. It's just most men don't really care to. The other thing that I would say about this stuff is this. I can't be 100% on this because I'm not gay, so I don't. But what it looks like is people teach or you can't, I don't say you teach gay kids, but what it looks like is y'all have a different upbringing than us generally. So they're not looking for gay men to be the same thing in the black community. They're looking for black men to be, or should gay black men, I should say. They're not looking for gay black men to be the same thing they want black men to be. Um, so it's two completely different things. Like it doesn't look like people go, okay, well, he's a gay black man, so we got to depend on him, and he needs to be responsible for this, and he's responsible for the family. Like that's the freedom. I would say that's probably more so that we'll look at like, yeah, he ain't, he's just free to be out of the community whenever he feel like it, without being looked at as a deadbeat or a loser or if you're doing something you're not doing enough. I could say I could see that. I could see that. But generally, nah, like it's like yeah. And the reason I say it that way is because it's the same kind of aspect with the women, except for they'll say, we do a lot because we raise the kids. And generally at this point, guys look at it like, listen, a lot of y'all are raising the kids, quote unquote, by yourself because you wanted to feel powerful because the family court will empower you. It ain't really got nothing to do with generally who's the better parent or what's best for the kids. It doesn't look like that. But getting back to the topic, because I just wanted to try to try to put in both. We look at both communities in similar ways, meaning that they're not responsible or held accountable. They're not responsible for the community, or they're not held responsible to the community, and any wrongdoing you're not held accountable for. So it's that freedom. I can say, like, you can hop in and out of blackness whenever you want to, because nobody's like holding you to anything. Now, the rules thing is funny, whole Paul's era. That's hilarious, you know. But the clothes thing, like wearing pink, eh, guys don't generally. I mean, it's not a like. Okay, people want to wear bright colors. It's not that big of a deal. It just guys don't like the color pink. It just don't. Sometimes there's certain things that certain colors are just too much. It's just too much. Like not my style. We generally I'm old school in the what do you call it, the old crayon box with eight colors. Sometimes you add certain things, but you don't need to be too colorful. That, or in my opinion, there's so much for seeking attention that a lot of men just don't want to do. Um, and sometimes here's the other thing, and I should have said it earlier, but freedom for black men comes after all the responsibilities are done. You know what I mean? We don't feel free until you know everything that's put upon us is actually done. A lot of times it looks like, I would say when going to the jealousy thing, I think it looks like gay black men, or just the black community and women in the community, y'all have a lot more free time to waste and not get disrespected for. Like y'all have a lot of just just time for I could just do little to nothing. Y'all got a lot of leisure time compared to just the men in general. So that, I'm not gonna say it's a jealousy, but it's noticeable. It's noticeable. Sometimes, I and I can say this. Sometimes I think y'all think we would. Dang. Sometimes I think what y'all think we're jealous of is we're getting angry, we're getting pissed off, not out of jealousy, but out of you're so accustomed to leisure in your lifestyle, you become lazy. And I can't say this for gay men, but I know for the community, it's like the community in itself can get lazy and not do their part and just go, "Oh, well, the men should be doing this and the men should be doing that," and then it's like, oh, okay, see, y'all can just go off and you know act like you're on a resort when stuff's supposed to be getting done. And we don't, as far as the expression part, we can't really express that the way we want to because we want to cuss y'all out half the time. Like, you lazy, stupid mother. Like, it's that. And uh it comes off as a little, too free spirited, too childish, too worried about how you're seen by other people, too, what do you call that? Like main character syndrome. I think sometimes like the main character syndrome thing is a turnoff for most men. It's like, I do not need to be the center of attention everywhere. Everything doesn't have to be about me. No, everybody, nobody's talking about me. It's looking for that. Like, I think that's an issue too. You know, and and then here's the here's the one thing that I guess comes off as confusing. So often in our community, people hold black men to a higher standard of principles, or higher morals, higher, higher responsibility. If you don't do something, there's a lot of disappointment, and part of that is you groups want to emulate black men. Like, I could be a better black man than these black men, and then it's too much for you, and you get the bail. Like, I ain't got to do that. Let me just go back to doing what I was doing. And it's like, hey man, why don't you just leave us alone then? Like, because that's a whole nother part about even the gay community. And I brought this up before. I think one of the issues is you can emulate and you can lie on. And the lie on us thing is, it's like, damn, like too often you hear gay men talk about, well, I got straight men to do this, and now these straight men on down low, and they with me. And it's like, that's usually the issue of, that's why there's not really much interaction. You know, we sitting there eating some wings, watching the game, having a burger. Next thing you gonna lie and tell the world that it was something else. So there's a and it might be a jealousy to that, because people could lie on us and be so easily believed, and we like, but if I tell you the truth, damn, I got to give you DNA and video confirmation. So I mean, that can be a thing. That can be a thing. But are we like jealous? No, no. Like, I don't think that community does enough for the black community to be jealous of. You know, like, we're going in two different directions, and that's the thing. But I'll leave it at that. You can tell me what you think. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.